I never did anything they told me I should do.
Yeah.
Because I knew if it was something that God had for me, then I wanted to walk through it authentically. So I have never allowed this industry to change me, and there were times, y'all, I'm gonna keep it real with you, that I didn't feel seen. Nor did I feel liked. But my grandmother used to tell me that what is the profit of man to gain the whole world but lose his soul, baby? You better stay focused. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not want to do this again. I'm gonna keep it real. Some of y'all might be like, she said that. Yeah, I said that. I did not want to walk back in this. When I played Celie on Broadway, that was heavy for me. Everybody that was around me was taking everything that I had. I would get home and couldn't even order a pizza. But I was never home. How is that? I ain't got no money, but I'm always working. Everybody just saw the gift, but they saw opportunity to make money off the gift. So I felt like I was carrying my cross and Celie's cross, and that was heavy for me. So when Blitz called me, and thank God for Scott Sanders, you seen something in me. So no, I ain't going back. That's heavy for me. Blitz gave Celie imagination. And I said, I'm in. I wanted to stand for every black girl, every woman who felt like they were looked over. See, I can relate to Suge in my real life because I'm a singer. So I was always pouring out to people, but nobody was pouring into me. Sophia taught me something. But a lot of women don't just start there. It took me a while to get there. So I said, I gotta do this for every woman who feels looked over, who there are no applause, no screams. But they're trusting God and they know without a shadow of a doubt they got a gift. Playing Celie wasn't easy. I had to code switch every day. Code switch, and I had to play with Mister, play with Shield, play with Soap, play with Oppo, play with old Mister. That wasn't easy.
Or tabloid headlines talking about the feuds and the beef that exists within the cast?
Yeah, at first I was a little upset because, again, I keep healing. I keep feeling like the more people see it, the more people will be healed. The more people will start talking to family members or people they haven't spoken to in years. And whenever you got something that powerful, I always look for something to try to come and stop that. So I tend to just poke my head in, see what's going on, and poke my head right on out, because I know that this movie is going to do what it needs to do, and the drama, it can't get in the way of it. I don't believe it.
Let's talk about this hot topic. It has been raining for the whole week, okay, with the Fantasia Oprah Taraji P. Henson story. I did a video and a lot of people viewed it, and they had a lot of comments in terms of, if they don't like the pay, just don't take the job. Go ahead and find a job somewhere else. Let's be realistic. In our world, sometimes you know you need that job and there ain't much options. So yes, in the Hollywood world, don't act like it's not the same. Taraji probably knows she worth more, and she initially rejected the first offer, but then she negotiated and got something a little bit better that still was not qualifying her talents. They know what they're worth. We don't know what they're worth. You know, a secretary will get XYZ in New York. You know, a manager will get XYZ in Texas or wherever. You have an idea.
I was like, yo, damn, he still got power like that? Somebody still like him like that? Because you know he was running with Oprah and them. He was running with that whole crew. Weinstein, Oprah, Epstein, he was running with that whole crew. They want to know how we're going to do it, how the public is going to take him. Is the public going to let him back in? And the public is not. The public is already canceling him.
This movie was important because it created a space and roles for a group of Black women.
Yes, and I would just like to say about this whole Taraji, you know, I heard I was trending yesterday because people are saying that I was not supporting Taraji. Taraji will tell you herself that I've been the greatest champion of this film, championing not only the behind the scenes production, but also everything that everybody needed. So whenever I heard that there was something that people needed, you know, that's the way the studio system works. And we as producers, everybody gets their salary. That's negotiated by your team. And so whenever I heard there was an issue or there was a problem with the cars or there was a problem with the food, I would step in and do whatever I could to make it right. And I believe that she would even vouch for that and say that it's true.
I think she would vouch for that. I can vouch for that because I've seen you and your work and behind the scenes, how you step in and you have put your own money up.
I'm all for everybody being the greatest and rising to meet the rising of their own life.
You Oprah Winfrey? You Tyler Perry? That cool motherfuckers! I said it, nigga, say it with me! You Oprah Winfrey? You Tyler Perry? You cool motherfucker! Now some niggas got scared. They was like, you going too far, bitch. I love that black raggedy bitch. I love that black simple-minded motherfucker. I love Oprah Winfrey's black ass. We need to bring that back to black. Are you an Oprah Winfrey fan? Yes. Okay, well, I'm not apologizing for any motherfucking thing I say. What's your name, brother? Bill. What did he say? Melvin. We need you to help us bring that bitch back to black. I need you to bend her to over and fuck her like a Nashville, Tennessee nigga would and bring that bitch back to black. Oh, bitch, be quiet. You gonna get some money out of it. Shit.
Steve Harvey coming on Shannon Sharpe's platform was kind of a big deal. Steve Harvey felt. Oprah felt. D.L. Hughley felt that Shannon Sharpe should have been a little bit more protective of the reputations of the persons discussed on his platform. And he was not so when interviewing Cat Williams, and he has not been so when interviewing other people as well. Shannon Sharpe broke the Hollywood rule. And what is the Hollywood rule, Art? When you discuss black celebrities as a celebrity, you never let nobody give up our most intimate secrets. You're supposed to protect our secrets from being exposed to the world. Shannon Sharpe, 3-time NFL Super Bowl winner, NFL Hall of Famer, in my opinion, greatest tight end of all time. Shannon Sharpe, as a celebrity art, is supposed to know better. Shannon, you can't let Cat Williams go in on Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is an A-list celebrity. You can't let Cat Williams go in on Oprah. Oprah is an A-list celebrity. You can't let Monique go in on Oprah and Steve. They're A-list celebrities because they don't want to get blacklisted by Oprah. Who wants to be on the wrong side of Oprah in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Tyler Perry in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Steve Harvey in Hollywood? And as a result of that, Shannon Sharpe, here's what I think. I don't think they could cancel Shannon Sharpe. You know why? He's too popular. Shannon Sharpe's audience is amongst the people in the community. Don't get me wrong. Shannon Sharpe is bougie. He's not about the grassroots struggle. If he was, he would date black women, and he doesn't. So Shannon Sharpe is not no freedom fighter. Don't get me wrong. But his audience is the everyday black community. So how can Oprah cancel that? How can Tyler cancel that? They can stop him from getting A-list interviews. Oh, you can believe that. They're going to stop him from getting A-list interviews. But I don't think they can stop the momentum of his platform. Congrats to my brother. I like to see black men do well.
It's embarrassing for me to ask you this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Are you a virgin?
How could you ask me that question?
I just want to know. I want to know.
I'm a gentleman.
You're a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman.
So
I'm a gentleman.
So, okay. I would interpret that to mean that means that you believe that a lady is a lady, and therefore...
That's something that's private. I mean, shouldn't be spoken about openly. To me, that's very personal.
So you're not going to answer it?
I'm embarrassed.
So you're not going to answer it. Well, we would like to know whether or not there is a possibility that you are going to marry one day and have children. I own this studio. I've been here, I don't know how many years. I've never seen a white mic.
It's actually off-white to match my off-white sweater.
Will you tell the audience how that happened? I've never seen, just before Barbara started singing, I said, where'd you get a white mic?
Because it was a black mic last night, right?
Yes.
And all you saw against this sea of white, I like simplicity and monochromatic frames. So I thought, just look at, if the mic melts into my sweater,
yes.
Okay, baby, we're going to go. I know you don't like this publicity and lights and all that. Well, used. You don't want to be used. I know what you mean. In other words, it just makes the focus on the song.
Okay, so you had the mic
more.
sprayed.
That's right.
Okay.
She had over $100 million on her at the time. And honestly, it's kind of very skeptical because anytime there's a scandal with a celebrity or somebody of high power, her name is always somewhere linked in between it. Regarding Jeffrey Epstein and other people as well. There was even a video with Dave Chappelle when Oprah Winfrey had actually asked him why he turned down a $50 million deal. And this is what he said. Watch and pay attention to everything.
The reference. I've been in show business since I was 14. And I've heard the stories of what happens. And I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay.
When you
say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
In that video, you could tell that he was actually making reference to how after people make those deals, they have to do embarrassment rituals or something erratic happens. And Oprah was actually playing very coy to the situation. Not to mention, if we actually bring up the school that she had in South Africa, it was stated allegedly that the girls, and it was an all-girls school, some of them were missing and others were found pregnant. And there were reports that there was alleged abuse there. And there was a social media user named Diamond Kiera that wrote on Facebook. Now, it cannot be confirmed or denied, but this is what she wrote. You can pause and read.
Part 5. Another person who was a constant and controversial guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show was self-proclaimed women's health expert Christiane Northrup. Some of Christiane's theories that were presented as facts on the Oprah Winfrey Show was her beliefs that love could heal AIDS, that mammograms are inherently unsafe for women to undergo, and that thyroid issues in women is caused from women not speaking enough. Those kinds of guests were frequent flyers on the Oprah Winfrey Show, which in hindsight was extremely irresponsible of Oprah to do. I think we all are very aware of what Harvey Weinstein has done. But in 2021, actress Rose McGowan, who has been a very outspoken voice, a part of the Me Too movement, called Oprah out for her association to Harvey Weinstein. Rose described Oprah as fake and not the trustworthy woman that she claims to be. And if Harvey Weinstein wasn't bad enough, Oprah Winfrey had no problem being associated with Russell Simmons. The singer Seal also took to social media to call Oprah out for her association to predatory men. Seal has claimed that Oprah Winfrey was fully aware of what her pal Harvey Weinstein was doing, and when he was exposed for what he had done, Oprah tried to position herself as the solution instead of understanding that she was a part of the problem. While Oprah has had many friends who are very inspiring people, Gayle King, Maya Angelou, Aretha Franklin, just to name a few, she still has no problem rubbing shoulders with some of the worst men.
I have spent years of my life looking into Oprah Winfrey. I mean, she spawned Dr. Phil, Dr. Drew, the show The Doctors, which has like killed people. I mean, the book club, the American Dirt controversy, the Michael Jackson, the Cindy Crawford interview, or the Brooke Shields interview. I mean, the Duggars. I mean, the things that Oprah has released into our culture using her platform and her respectability and her credibility, the absolute unhinged, unmitigated violence that she has, like literal like blood on her hands in terms of the health and wellness and self-help industry, is like not normal. I cannot wait for these think pieces to roll out. I cannot wait for people to understand. And that's not even getting into like the dark and shady history of her philanthropy. Like the deep dive I have in me on this is like unhinged. I'm sitting back. I'm waiting. Oprah is a menace.
She had a lot to say about the entire situation. This is not Monique's first run-in with Oprah. Her and Oprah have had a historically tumultuous relationship. If you guys don't know, Monique accused Oprah and Tyler Perry of getting her blacklisted after they did not like the way she did the press run for her movie Precious. But now, all these years later, Monique is still trying to speak up. Monique is still trying to speak against Oprah. And I think it's all so crazy. Now, I'm unsure if Monique has a vendetta against Oprah and if she's just trying to say this just to speak negatively against her. But she definitely has a couple of valid points. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this entire situation. Let me know your thoughts below.
Now, when I first heard this, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. She bought like half the island. Maui's not even all that big. Turns out I was wrong. Maui actually consists of about 465,000 acres. Either way, $6.6 million still kind of seems like a bargain for that much land. Initially, people had thought that Oprah buying up this much agricultural land would be a bad thing and displace locals, but it turns out that she's going to keep most of it undeveloped.
Something strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African school for girls.
Go look and see what happened to them girls.
So Oprah opened the school all the way back in 2007. And since the school's opening, it has been marred with many different controversies. You see, shortly after the school opened, a matron of the school was charged with touching several of the girls in a very inappropriate manner. When the crime eventually came to light, Oprah herself went to fire the school's head mistress. Then, in another incident that happened in 2011, law enforcement investigated the body of a newborn that was found in one of the students' bags. Apparently, one of the girls at the school gave birth, but there were no charges filed against her after this incident. There were also other scandals the school was involved in, like in 2009 when 7 students were suspended for harassing their classmates. And now there's a new scandal that the school is known for, as many people online have started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school.